Xin chào tất cả các bạn đến với đất nước Togo. Hiện nay mình đang ở thủ đô Lomé của đất nước này. Đất nước này nhỏ thôi, nhưng mà thủ đô Lomé giữ một kỷ lục rất đáng được khám phá. Ở thủ đô Lomé này, các bạn có thể tìm thấy một khu chợ lớn nhất thế giới chuyên bán các loại sản phẩm chỉ dành cho mục đích duy nhất là các nghi lễ về Voodoo. Và hôm nay mình sẽ đến đây để tìm hiểu sâu hơn về cái tục Voodoo này và đi thăm ngôi chợ này. Và hiện nay mình đang đứng ở trước cổng ngôi chợ đó. Đây là ngôi chợ này. Đây là ngôi chợ. Đấy. Và đồng hành với mình ngày hôm nay là cậu bạn người bên Anh nhưng sống ở Togo tên là Okeke. Và cậu này sẽ hướng dẫn và sẽ giới thiệu, sẽ giải thích cho mình tất cả những cái điểm quan trọng về cái thuật Voodoo này, để chúng ta có thể hiểu rõ hơn rằng Voodoo là một cái gì đó khác hẳn so với những cái mường tượng, những cái tưởng tượng của chúng ta, và so với những cái điều mà chúng ta được biết về cái thuật Voodoo từ trước đến nay. Và bây giờ chúng ta sẽ cùng đi bắt đầu đi cái cuộc viếng thăm ngôi chợ này và cùng nghe những cái lời giới thiệu, lời giải thích của anh bạn này nhé. Tạm rời đất nước bên Anh, trong hành trình khám phá thuật Voodoo ở Tây Phi này, hôm nay mình sẽ đưa các bạn đến đất nước Togo, là đất nước láng giềng cũng không xa bên Anh, để đi thăm một khu chợ lớn nhất thế giới chuyên bán các loại đồ cho những nghi lễ về Voodoo. Được thành lập từ thế kỷ 17, khu chợ Voodoo ở Akodesava là khu chợ Voodoo lớn nhất thế giới. Cũng giống như ở bên Anh, đối với đại đa số người dân ở Togo, thuật Voodoo là một trong những tôn giáo được thực hành phổ biến nhất ở đây và đóng một vai trò cực kỳ quan trọng trong đời sống tín ngưỡng của người dân Togo. Khu chợ này bán xác của vô số các loại động vật, từ những động vật nhỏ ví dụ như dơi, chuột đến những loại động vật lớn hơn như sư tử, báo, cá sấu, vân vân. Thậm chí còn có những tin đồn trong khu chợ này người ta còn bán những cái bộ phận của cơ thể người. Có lẽ đây là khu chợ kỳ dị và kinh hoàng nhất thế giới đối với những người ở các quốc gia khác tới đây. Đặc biệt là đối với những người yêu quý động vật thì những cái cảnh tượng mà họ được chứng kiến ở đây có lẽ sẽ không mang lại cho họ những cái cảm giác dễ chịu. Tuy nhiên, đây lại là thiên đường của tất cả những người thực hành cái thuật Voodoo. Những người lui tới khu chợ này không chỉ là những người dân bình thường mà còn là những người nổi tiếng, các chính trị gia. Và họ tới đây từ khắp các quốc gia ở khu vực Tây Phi này và thậm chí ở những vùng xa hơn nữa để tìm kiếm sự can thiệp từ những đấng tối cao với mục đích giải quyết những vấn đề họ đang gặp phải trong cuộc sống. Bây giờ chúng ta sẽ đi tìm hiểu một cách cặn kẽ hơn và thấu đáo hơn về khu chợ rất là kỳ dị này.
You are welcome to Fetish Market.
Ah, okay.
It's me, your guide, who will take you to go around the market. So, when you understand about Fetish Market, it's only one in Ecowa State in Africa. The market is made in Togo, but every people who are working this compound are from Benin. And then we have a two type of explanation. And the first one, it concerns the animal dead natural we keep in the house. So with that, you see in each room, you have the voodoo priest. They use this one in the medicine to help the people. Any kind of sickness you get, problems you get before you enter this fetish market, first, you have to go inside and you tell your problem to the voodoo priest. He make the consultation and prescribe the animal on a paper. You buy and go and give it to him. After some time, you have to see the voodoo priest. They will ground it and make it in powder. Now, when they need to put in the perfume, mix it with soap, or to put in the cup, add the water you drink, the voodoo priest will show you how to use and get satisfied. But from nowadays, we have the modern hospital. When people are get sickness, what you have to do first time, you go there and see the doctor. But you know, it's not every sickness you can get healing from the hospital, from the doctor. We have some sickness like a spiritual sickness. It's clear? Okay. And then every animal you see in this market are not found in Togo. We are not going to kill them too. We have the local hunters. After they go in the forest and find the dead natural, they collect them, brought here and sell to the voodoo priest. Now, first time, you have to cut inside the animal, take away some intestine with the antibiotic leaves, ground them and put in the stomach to store all in dried. If you get sickness, you was ill. First what you have to do is what? You go and see the voodoo priest. Because like 70 years ago, we don't get hospital in Africa. That's why if you go and see the voodoo priest, it's only him who can help you. You get healing from your problem you suffer from.
Yes.
And this animal, they use in the medicine because they get the power. And that's why after they missing, they get one power. And this one can help you. Now you get healing from your problems. We get any kind of animal you want, you find in fetish market. If it's a tortoise, vulture, eagle, owl, starfish, cat, dog, eagle. Si we am you know, before the appear of voodoo in Africa, our grandfather, all they are animists. The animists is the people who were believing many kind of gods. In voodoo things, in voodoo culture and the tradition, it is impossible to use the human bone. If you do this one, you begin to use the witchcraft. That is a sorcery. Because voodoo is one. He get two faces, like the other religion. The good and the bad one. If you use the good one is to help the people. And you get many good things. But when you use the bad one, the bad face means witchcraft and sorcery. It's used to harm. But the white face is used to combat sorcery, according to our tradition. So it is impossible to use the human bone in the voodoo culture and tradition code. If you use this one, that is witchcraft. Buy one of them to get the power. After you buy, you have to go inside and see the voodoo priest. So that voodoo priest will be blessing in your name before they will begin to work for you. So it is possible the voodoo priest can tell you, go and this market. You buy this, that head of animal, this part of this kind of animal, or the leaves, because it's not animal we use in the medicine. Sometimes they can add the leaves, the herbs, the animal, because before they will mix it together and give it to the person. That's why you see this place is called fetish market, but it's also traditional pharmacy. Maybe if you go everywhere, maybe you go in Benin, there are some people like a woman, they sell same things like them, but it's only this place who was called fetish market. It's the biggest place in the world. I say the animal have a different kind of purpose, but without the consultation we cannot do anything. The consultation is the way we have to find to get good results from the problem we suffer from. An example, the voodoo priest can tell you, go in fetish market or go in that market, buy the skull of hippo, and you buy also the head of crocodile. After that, they can mix in. An example for medicine, they can make all this one in powder and put in the bath water. Is to give strength. What is in the medicine with leaves against healing headache. Yes, headache. We can cut small part of the head of monkey or the body of the monkey we add the leaves on that and ground them and to put in the cup to add the water to drink like medicine. The other animals, they have a different kind of function. But an example again, see, I have the head of goats. We can use the penis to ground, simple like that. We have some special leaves we add on that and put in the cup, put the alcohol to drink. This one's the African Viagra. They help the men like a horse. The head of rabbit with some leaves after the ground and they put in the honey. When you put in the teaspoon, it's for your memory retention if you are studies. And then if you don't sleep well in the night, they will help you get good sleeping. Okay. This one are not normally voodoo doll are not exist. You understand me? The doll is simple. Let me explain you. Let me explain you. You see this doll? In this life we have the man and the woman. See, the woman have the breast, and the man have the penis. An example, it is possible for the voodoo priest can help someone from Europe. Where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam.
Vietnam. You live in Hanoi.
Yes. You got it right. Yeah.
An example, what's your name?
Noah.
Noah live in Hanoi. So you get sickness, but you not get the time to come in Togo and see the voodoo priest. It is possible. I will tell you, you send me your name, you write on the paper, you send it to me by WhatsApp or Facebook with the money. Now I have to go and buy the ingredient I can use to save you, whatever the country you live. After that, I can represent you by the statue because you are man. If you are man, I will buy the statue for the man. So that day, like 23 o'clock in the PM, I will tell you, Noah, go on the bed. If you go on the bed, the spirit we have in them go out. Now the voodoo priest will call your spirit. The spirit will enter the statue. You understand me? It's like in these times, Noah is in Hanoi with the body, but the spirit they in Togo with the voodoo priest. After that, he will make the ceremonies in your name. Before you wake up in tomorrow morning, you get the healing.
Wow.
That is the hard part of voodoo.
Wow.
It's on the same way people are like to do black magic, to harm, to do bad every time, to steal. They will represent you, call your spirit, enter with the nest, and they push in the body of the statue. You get a pain like that. That is witchcraft. It's not voodoo. That's why the doll are not voodoo doll. The doll are simple. It will represent the person. The push source is to represent the person before you have to do what you help for the person to get healing from the statue. Another example again. See this necklace, simple like that. He is made by the backbone of snakes in the medicine. So when you get rheumatism, simple like that, if you finish to buy, you can go inside and give it to the voodoo priest with the blessing. They will give it to you, you put on your neck or you wear it to get the solution for your problems. Or sometimes you can do like a 20, ground them with the powder, put the water to drink. Everything's like the water is a spirit. That's why in our tradition, voodoo represents four faces, the four elements of this nature: the spirit of the fire, the water, the wind, and the air. That's the face of voodoo, like the cross. So why people don't know the difference between voodoo and sorcery? Like you see the statue you show me there. When people see the nest on that, they feel like voodoo is bad because they don't know voodoo get two faces like the other religion. Normally, voodoo is not a religion; it's a spirit. Represent the face of Almighty God. That's why I tell you before, our grandfathers is an animist before the appear of voodoo in Africa. First country is in Egypt, and the second is Nigeria. But now it's Benin, who was the biggest country of the voodoo in Africa now. That's why we keep 1 day, like a 10 January. If you go there, we celebrate the biggest festival of voodoo. The price,
for example, yes,
it depends the season. Sometimes the things you buy in this season, 2,000, can be 5,000 in the second season. If the season is good, we get more price. But when the season is bad, like a COVID time, everything is expensive. Things we buy like a That is a vulture. Before something like a 20, but now they can be like a 35,000.
35,000.
Yes, because it's hard before you find it.
It's hard to find them.
Yes. On my body. You see, the tooth of the snake, we remove. After we remove, we ground. After ground, we use the blade. See, on my body, with the blade, cut your body. We cut like this and put the powder in the pen. It's scarification and protect you against the snake biting and scorpions. The difference. I know.
I know.
Yes.
Let's speak.
You sure I'm not? No. Represent the god of iron. So
that was Voodoo ceremony.
Yes, ceremonies. We do it once a year in December before we celebrate a big festival of Voodoo in Benin. So we kill different animal. We just cut the head and put the skull on that. Collect the blood of the animal in calabash, mixing with beans. After we have to put on that and make the drum for celebration. It's finished. That day, when you are Asian, African, if you are from Europe, if you are from Oceania, it is possible you come to celebrate, because Voodoo no have distinction, no color. They like every religion. There's beans with the blood of the animal. We're missing. After we do all that, it's a food we give to Voodoo.
Yes.
The god of the reincarnation. In Africa, we don't believe in Christianity. Christianity is appear in Africa. Me, I don't like to be Christian. It's clear? I don't like to be Christian or Muslim. All those religion is important in Africa. I adore Voodoo. I believe in Voodoo. My faith is in Voodoo. So, you know, in some tribes in Africa, when we have a new baby, mother born new baby, we have to make call the spirit of the dead to come and make the ceremonies on our place. They appear, so they make the ceremonies. So we have to know who is that person who was reincarnated in the same family before they disappear again. We have a monkey, antelope, hippo, different tiger skin, different. All this one are the skin of animal. And sometimes it's not the animal dead we keep in the fetish market. Sometimes animal alive. There are some ceremonies need to use the animal alive in the medicine to help the person, not to kill. It is possible we can kill to make the sacrifice, but if you don't need, we cannot kill. You have to kill and make the ceremony and live in the forest going. Legba.
Leba.
Yes, legba. That means back to the sender. Back to the sender. If someone sends you bad spirit, they back to him. It's clear?
Back to the sender.
In Africa before, like in market, in the village, on the farm, in this legba we put in the place to protect the place against bad people. If you come, like an example, when you have a legba in your home, someone come in your house with bad idea, legba will punish the person.
I see. And what does he have? 2 or 3, 4 penises?
He represents the god of fertility too.
Okay, that's right. Và ở góc này mình phát hiện ra một loạt các con kền, không biết là chết tự nhiên hay là vừa bị bắt về và giết thịt. Rất nhiều. Và cả báo nữa. Ô, khổ thân quá. Ôi, vào đấy còn rất nhiều động vật nữa. Có vẻ là chó.
After he go and see the voodoo priest other way, and the voodoo priest tell him, come in fetish market, you buy the tortoise alive. So after he buy, he will go and give it to the voodoo priest.
He's a client.
He's a client, yes, a client.
Okay.
Tortoise alive, alive.
Okay. Ah, okay. But the turtle is not. It's not.
I don't know the
It's not a lot. He's. Really? Yeah.
Yes.
It's true. Yeah.
Claudien, allô, Claudien. Vous avez du coup les meilleurs et à Hotibilialo.
Sa tortue.
Ouais, sa tortue.
Sa tortue.
Tortue.
Sa tortue fait combien?
One is a red tortoise. We have the black and the red one. The red one is cost than the black one. This one we can sell like a 5,000 because the red one is very important in the medicine. But if it's a black one, maybe you can find like a 2,000 or 3,000. Yes. That's what you boy now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jen. Yeah.
3,000.
No, this one is a 5,000. If it's a small one,
5,000.
5,000.
Before you have to be voodoo priest, you know, in Africa, often we have to make the consultation. An example, when we have a new baby in the stomach of his mother, his father have to go and make consultation to know the future of the baby. And so when that baby is a man and he is chosen by the spirit, if he was born after 5 or 7 years, the father will take him to the sacrifice forest. So he will stay there many years and get the initiation before one day he become voodoo priest.
Okay. So not everybody can become voodoo priest, right?
No. You can learn. If it's different dance, you are not original voodoo priest. If you are choosing, you are original voodoo priest. But if you learn, that is not your voodoo priest. You can learn it from your father. It's different than the person who was chosen by the spirit.
And how to know if the person is chosen by the spirit?
Yes, about the consultation. When would you consult it?
I know. All right. And the sacred forest is in Uda,
Benin. Yes.
Và như vậy chúng ta vừa kết thúc cái chuyến đi thăm ngôi chợ Voodoo lớn nhất của thế giới và cùng nghe những lời giải thích rất là thú vị về của cái hướng dẫn viên của mình về cái thuật Voodoo. Phải công nhận là qua cái cuộc viếng thăm này mình cũng hiểu biết rất nhiều về cái truyền thống và cái thuật Voodoo rất là thú vị, rất là hay này. Và hy vọng các bạn cũng sẽ tìm hiểu một phần nào đó về cái thuật Voodoo và có một khái niệm rộng rãi hơn, hiểu biết rõ hơn về cái thuật này của người châu Phi. Và hẹn gặp lại các bạn trong trải nghiệm tiếp theo. Xin chào các bạn từ thủ đô Lomé của Togo.